Yo, this is Loochie checking in, man. Today we got a great episode today. Bringing in one of my autism dads, a guy that I've been knowing for a long time. A great stand-up dad, stand-up guy, and he go by the name of Antonio Starks. Man, he's the head coach of Miles College University track and field, and he's also the owner of the track and field performance. It's called Starks Peak Performance in Montgomery, Alabama. A proud black brother, man. I'm glad to have him on my show, and he's an autism dad full time. And I just want to I want to introduce him to y'all and let him give his life and what he's doing and what he's experiencing as an autism dad. So let's bring him to the table, baby. Tonio, what's going on, baby?
Going on, man? What's going on, my brother?
How you doing, man?
Man, life is amazing, man. It's always a blessing. Every day above ground is a blessing, bro.
Amen, amen. But on stay in the game podcast, when I ask you how you doing, I mean how you doing, brother? How you doing as an autism dad? How
You
you
know,
holding up? You know.
it has its challenging, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not only I have, an artistic son, but growing up throughout the family world, my life growing up, there was no trace of what's happening today that I know of. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Through
Mm-hmm.
my family lineage, but to have a artistic son, it actually started not just from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 years ago, you know, I found out my daughter, who's actually 22 years old, man,
Wow.
22 years old, and 6 years ago, I found out that she was schizophrenic.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
you
To
know,
explain to the listeners who might not know what that is, explain to them, educate the people.
one thing about from what I have learned about schizophrenia, man, it's very deadly. First of all,
Wow.
it is something very very serious amongst people, and that's something that I know we really got to take serious amongst kids because
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what they don't know being in that space, and my daughter, I love it, that's my baby girl, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that was my only child. And to see 6 years ago, or to, at that time to hear that, because her mom called me, man. You get a call 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and your daughter mom tell you, hey, I got something to tell you. So off top of my head, man, I'm thinking,
The worst.
yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on? You calling me late.
Yeah.
I don't get these calls. Like, what's wrong with Lyric? That's, I need to know what's happening. She's like, you got
Mm-hmm.
to talk to this. I'm like, wait a minute, what Lyric at? You know what I'm saying? She's like,
Mm-hmm.
she okay, she here. I'm like, oh, okay, you know.
Okay.
But then she busts out, she was like, Lyric schizophrenic. Girl, what you talking about? And in the black community, we don't never want to think
Yeah.
about growing up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that something could possibly be wrong with our child.
Yeah.
And it was like so crazy that the fact that people could see what you don't see because you don't want to believe it, and
Amen.
always hearing from other people like you might want to, you know,
Yeah.
your child looked at, man. I'm like, she could. Like, that's something that she does. She hugs people when we leave from people, right? Like, she smile when she's by herself. And off top, those were signs of
Mm.
schizophrenia.
Wow.
I didn't know that,
Mm.
right? So when her mom called me that night and she said that, I didn't want to believe it. I need to see this for myself because at this specific time, she's 16. She's
Mm.
16.
Yeah.
I've been around my daughter.
Right.
Can't tell me nothing that I don't know. I know my daughter good. Come on, man. Until I made a decision to go and visit to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Went to the doctor with her. My daughter ain't really talking. I'm like, Lyric,
Mm-hmm.
you good, babe? Like, and I'm still in denial,
Yeah.
right? And it hit me. We was leaving, putting her in the car, and my daughter just, it's almost like she's in the military and she just standing there looking straight ahead. And I'm right in front of her. And I'm looking at her in front of her, talking to her. I get no conversation.
Wow.
Boy, them tears was flowing, flowing. I'm like, wow. My
Mm.
heart dropped. And I'm like, this did not just happen. Like, how did I miss this? And on top, us as fathers, we tend to think, it's our fault. Did I
Yeah.
do something wrong?
Guilt.
And did did the mom do something in the midst of this? Like
Mm-hmm.
all types of things going on in your head, right? And then later in life now, I got a son who's 3 years old, right? I was able to catch it at 3 because I saw the signs at 16 with my daughter.
Wow, man. I see what you did there. I see what you did right there, brother.
So my son growing up, I was like very aware at that specific time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if anything happen, anything goes on, anything that I need to see, I'm aware of what's
Yes.
made aware. I'm far ahead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So he's 3 now. We found out this summer,
Wow. So this is fresh.
fresh,
Wow, pops.
fresh. And we found out just off of taking him to speech therapy,
Mm-hmm.
all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 'Cause I'm like, man, he should be talking, but I'm seeing something. That's the first thing I said to my wife. The day before we took him to speech therapy, I'm like, I see something,
Wow.
right?
You was aware.
Took it, yeah, took him to speech therapy, and the woman said it at speech therapy. She said he had traces of schizophrenic, and he's autistic.
Wow. So let me ask you a question, because that lead right into my first question, and I'm thankful that you answered that like that, because I know as an autism father, when somebody asks us how we doing, we normally just say, "Well, I'm good. I'm good. Everything good." That's a man's response to anybody who asks them how you. I'm doing good, whether I'm doing bad or not. So that's why I asked you again, man. And I knew you was gonna give me what I needed. But let's go back. I want you to introduce the people to yourself. I did. I gave them a soft introductory of you, but I want them to know about your family dynamic, who you are, where you come from, and then we'll go into questioning. And I want to get that. I want to get that journey that it just recently started with you. I want to get that feeling from the top to the bottom.
Oh,
So
definitely,
let's
man.
start with telling them where you from, who are you, what you do at school, all of that. I want these people to know you as a dad, as a person. You know.
Oh, most definitely, man. Well, first of all, of course, my name is Antonio Starks. Man, I'm a simple dude. I'm a simple person. Tunica, Mississippi. Most people don't know where it's at. It's 20 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. Is at the top of the map. Is where the
Okay
casino,
then.
right? Casino. People like, oh yeah, oh now we know what Tunica is. Casino. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I got my start at. Of course, left there, went to college at Alabama A&M University. After college, transitioned to Montgomery, Alabama, started getting my master's at Alabama State University, where I eventually started also coaching track and field. And from that area, it was compromise and sacrifice for a better life because I saw something different that I wanted to do in life. That's where the
Amen.
came. That's where the action came, right? So it was a pursuit to doing those things, right? And it wasn't easy.
Mm.
Wasn't easy at all because what most people saw wasn't reality. It was only perception,
Amen.
right? And
Amen.
the reason why I say that is because on my journey of that transition from Montgomery to Atlanta to pursue that career, within 1 month I became homeless.
Wow. Wow.
And I was homeless for 2 years.
Wow.
And nobody knew on social media, did not know. The only thing that people saw was the glam and the glitter. That's
Mm-hmm.
all people saw. People saw where I was transitioning from one city to another city to that state, traveling, going here, going there. But what people did not know and did not see is somebody like me sneaking on the Mako bus
Wow.
to travel the country to figure out how I'm going to make ends meet and make sure my daughter at that specific time was taken care of.
Amen.
It wasn't
Life
about
hitting you much differently.
it wasn't about me.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me at all, right? And on that journey of being consistent, staying the course, of course, that's how I ended up meeting you in the acting field, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was able to do the reality show. And
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, what most people don't know, when I did that reality show, I was actually home.
Wow, man. What a testimony.
I was homeless doing that reality show. The only reason why it looked as if I had it all together is because when we filmed the reality show, we filmed it overseas. I was living in the house. When I
Mm.
came back to the states, I'm homeless again.
Wow.
I just kept going because I knew the vision. I know God's gift to me was something totally different than what I was showing at that specific time. Right? I realized you don't have a plan for what it is that you're doing, but you gotta have a vision
Gotta have a vision.
because your plan and God plan is two different plans.
Amen. That's the truth. That is the God honest truth. So let me ask you, since autism has recently came into your life, what was the effect when you first heard the doctor tell you that your son could be part schizophrenic? Let me get that word right. Say it with me. Schizophrenic.
Schizophrenia.
A schizophrenia. He can
Yeah.
have that and autism. What did that make you feel like at that moment?
When I heard that, instant, of course, I thought about my daughter being in that position too. But with him, I immediately said to myself, number one, I gotta guard him.
Mm.
I gotta protect him at all costs. And
Wow.
the reason why I said that is because I think I felt guilt about
Mm.
my daughter, right? Even
Guilt because you didn't catch it soon enough,
catch
or
it soon enough.
okay, okay.
I didn't catch it soon
That's a
enough.
real thing. That's a real thing that we deal with as fathers. That
Yeah,
guilt.
that
It's a
guilt.
real thing. Hmm.
Because I thought about when he was born, like, man, my son gonna do this, he gonna do that.
Wow.
Not to say he's still not capable or able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I
Amen.
just know I look at reality for what reality can be, right?
Hmm.
I know my intake going it has to be more what I can put in now. It's got to be way more because of
Hmm.
his circumstances. I have to be in that position to guide,
Hmm.
right? So I'm willing to be in that position with him to guide,
Hmm.
to teach.
Amen.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, and I know even right now at 3 years old, man, my wife she has to sleep in the room with him so he can go to sleep
Wow.
because
Explain that. Let's get a little deeper into that. So, is it hard for him to sleep without someone holding him? Because I know my son he have a hard time sleeping by himself. He needs to cuddle with somebody, and it can't be like a teddy bear. It has to be a person.
have to be a person.
So that's what you're experiencing.
to be, and I'm different.
Mm-hmm.
But even when I want to do something different, he still don't allow it. Like
Yeah.
we as men, we look at it like this. Even in the position that we in, with our sons or daughter who's artistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective, what
Mm-hmm.
I do is I put them in the room, go to sleep. I cut the
Mm-hmm.
lights off. I come in the front room. This is what my son do. Smart now,
Mm-hmm.
because of his circumstances.
Right.
He'll come out that room, look down that hall, and see if I'm right there looking in the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Then I say, go in the room and go back and get in the bed. He'll go in there, lay in that bed, and he'll talk and make noise the whole entire time until somebody come in there.
Wow. But
He
he in
would,
his bed though.
he in the bed, but he would
Yeah.
not sleep.
He will not go to sleep.
That's
Wow.
that's not how he, from me knowing him and how he is. That's how he processes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I have to be patient. And
Amen.
woo,
Great word. Great word.
patient. And when I
Patient.
man, patient. Now my wife more patient than me.
As all women,
All of them are.
all women are
She's a
way more
nurturer,
patient than
bro.
men, bro.
She's a
They way
nurturer.
more patient than us.
And, and,
But
and
but the great thing about it, and it leads me to my next question with you, with having patience, right? I know patience is right there next to strength. So let me know the kind of strength you, as a new autistic father, the strength of where you getting this strength from to be there for him, to stay in the game. Where are you getting this strength from? Is it because your dad wasn't there, or your dad was there, or is it because you just got that much love for your kid? What is it? Because there's a lot of guys that check out of the game that just can't handle the diagnosis. And a lot of guys, they run away from the responsibility that it's going to take to actually stand in the paint with their child for the rest of their life when they get that diagnosis. So where did you get your strength from in order to stay in the game with him and be positive about, your journey with your son now?
well, one thing about it, my mom was a single mom of five. She was
Mm-hmm.
a single mom of five. And it's not to downgrade, you know, the dads that wasn't there in our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
My dad, I, I don't fault him for not being there, right? I look at it from a perspective, me being a grown man at this point, I have to make sure that my family is intact,
Amen.
right? Because my dad, he was up north, my mom down south. I understood at a young age there's no possible way from what he's doing and him having a family that he's going to come down to be with me all the time. I
Mm.
just understood that when I was young. By
Mm-hmm.
me having my own family with my wife, my son, my daughter, my mentality is different.
Mm-hmm.
My strength comes from me understanding family values of my wife's side of the family with her dad.
Mm. Wow.
My wife, she grew up a daddy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
Me being with my wife, surrounding me around him and his values towards his wife. And I was
Mm.
like, I want that.
You learned something.
I learned,
Wow.
and it took me a
Amen.
while.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't learn it from my dad. I didn't learn it from my mom. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
nobody when I was raised showing me those type of values where husband and wife stick together. I learned
Yeah.
it from her dad.
Wow.
So when I
Wow.
learned that from her dad, instant I knew she was the one.
Wow.
And by her being the one, my mentality was I need to make sure my family values are intact, regardless of what the circumstances might be. Me as a man, I just gotta go and do what's necessary,
Amen.
regardless.
So
So
that's
that's
where you get your internal strength from.
yeah, that's where I get
Wow.
my strength from.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at what her dad did, with her mom being married and all of it. I'm looking at her family, right? Because before I came into her family was like, okay, we need to know who you are, buddy. Like
Right.
you need her, we need to know you are right for her, because
Yes,
they
sir.
need a background check,
I bet. I bet.
man. But that's my strength, man. My
Hmm.
strength is looking at what her dad did, and also what she's able to do as a nurturer by
Hmm.
going through what she's going through and dealing with them. And I look at it and I'm saying to myself, man, she is a phenomenal mom, man.
Wow.
And me being in the position I'm in with her, with the two boys, we gotta make sure they have what's necessary with
Amen. 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 So let me ask you this. I'll go to my next question. So being in the autism community, we understand that you got verbal and nonverbal, and you got all sorts of the spectrum, all parts of the spectrum that the child can be on. So if you don't mind sharing, is your son verbal or nonverbal, or what part of the spectrum is he on? Is it high
well,
functioning?
he's very verbal, but
Okay.
he's out loud with it all
Okay.
the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his speech is not there.
Okay.
Meaning
Okay.
he's saying things we don't know exactly what it is that he's saying, but he's
Mm-hmm.
very vocal with it when he's making noise. He's
Mm-hmm.
making sound,
Sounds. Mm-hmm.
and he's very smart on what it is that he wants. Prime example, let's say if I have a computer on and I have his favorite show on, I forgot the woman name. Man, what's this
I
woman?
know it's on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be on YouTube.
She got a contract with Netflix. I forgot the woman name. Miss some. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
if it goes to a commercial on this computer, you know that little next button part, he'll pick at the screen and he'll press on that on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't know that you could press right here and it'll actually go to the other screen. But he see
Right.
it here.
Mm-hmm.
So he think he could touch the screen and skip it right there.
Right.
But, but they smart now. Don't
Very,
think they
very
not
smart.
smart. Very smart.
Extraordinary smart, man. I see it all the time with my
Yeah,
son. Very smart, man. Now that's a blessing, man. To have a father like you, man, going through this journey. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna be long. You know, my son's 7. I got the diagnosis at 3 as well.
mm,
And these last 4 years have been hell. I ain't gonna lie. In the last 2 years, I've been able to like love him wholeheartedly without being guilty about why why his situation is what it is, and trying to figure out how this happened and all that built guilt into me. So it was very good for me to accept, what was going on, so I can love him wholeheartedly and get out here and make a difference in the world about it, because that would make me feel. That's where I get my strength from. The love I got for him, I just dig deep from that, and I give as much as I can on top of giving him what I give him. So as a father, how do you what advice do you have for other fathers that maybe, not all fathers are the same. I'm gonna be honest.
right.
We It's all about upbringing and how we was raised. We was loved on different. Everybody different.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your advice to a father that's just getting that diagnosis, and he might not be as strong as you? He might not have the upbringing. He might not have a wife to look at and say, see his father and how I see her father and how he moved. What if he don't have all those things? He just got this baby. He might not be with this girl. He's a single parent father, but his son has autism. Like, what would advice would you give him to just stay in the game?
Well,
Even if he's with his girl, because a lot of times, I've been hearing, I see a lot of these relationships break up
right,
after the diagnosis. So it's like, it's a very hard thing for certain families. So
right.
what's the advice you would give to a father to just stay in the game?
Give me a second, real quick, to unlock this door.
No problem.
Sorry about that. They back.
No problem.
Well, the first thing first is stay encouraged. Always stay encouraged and always think positive.
Amen.
That
Amen.
and always know that God got you. He got you. Like
Gotcha.
we always say, hey, he won't put more on you than you can bear. He wouldn't. If he didn't think that you can handle it, he would have never even gave
He
it.
would never gave it to you. Amen. I
Simple.
tell myself that all the time.
Simple as that. You know what I'm
Simple as
saying?
that.
And by staying encouraged, being around the right community or the right people who support you, that's key.
Mm.
That is so much of the key right there because we know there are going to be people throughout this journey, man. In their head, they critiquing, they saying things, and they might not even say it to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? But at the same exact time, you yourself have to think positive about the headspace that you're in with what you're doing, what you're doing. And know that you as a father means so much more than anybody's personal opinion,
Mm.
right? Because somebody's opinion of your child don't have to be your child reality.
Amen. Amen.
That's just
Amen.
opinion,
Yes, sir.
right? So regardless of what opinion a person might have, what a person might say, just know stand encouraged. As long as you stand encouraged, you positive, and you have God on your side. You don't need all that other stuff. Is just junk. It's just noise.
Just noise.
That's it. But being a father, man, me personally is one of the best phenomenal thing I think that I could ever achieve on this planet Earth, man. No other award, no other thing, no other nothing can take the place of that, man. It's because when I look at my daughter, when I look at my both of my sons, I'm like, man, this is phenomenal. What God
Mm.
has granted, what God gift has given you.
Man.
Like,
Amen.
what's this? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, know that out of all that you have created and done, like these the three that came out of all of this.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, man, I'm way more grateful than anything, man. And I show gratitude every morning, every day, even when this 3 month, this 10-year month year old don't want to go to sleep.
Right. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that before we get up out of here. Let's
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about the sleeping. And I was gonna ask you, that was my next question. Give me, since you new in the game, give me some of your lows, right? And I knew you were gonna say sleeping, but build on that. Let's talk about the sleeping part of autism, because this is very a lot of folks don't talk about this. You know what I'm saying? The mothers, you might hear the mothers talking about it, but you don't hear the fathers talk about this
No,
often.
no.
So let
And
me hear your experience with.
it definitely needs to become a conversation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, when you think about it now, more of this is rapidly happening now.
Yeah, bro, at a fast pace.
Fast
Fast pace.
autism, um, schizophrenia. I never
Yeah.
heard of a child having schizophrenia.
Me either, bro.
Never.
I'm just hearing it on the show. Just now with you.
I, and nobody in my lineage of my family had it. So
Wow.
I was clueless.
Oh man.
This my son, who's 3, you know, it's things that he was doing when he was like 1, 2 year old that I
Mm-hmm.
didn't grasp to see. He didn't,
Mm-hmm.
and when we was taking him to speech therapy and all of these things, they was telling us certain things that was happening while he was doing certain things. I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing that, but I'm glad, I know now early, right?
Right. Being aware.
Yeah,
Awareness is key in this. That's why, I'm doing all I can, because like you said earlier, bro, I will be in denial. I was in denial for so long, bro.
yeah,
My mama telling me you need to take your son to the hospital. Say whose son to the hospital? Not
right,
mine. Ain't nothing wrong with my child. You crazy. She
yep,
like, oh, He supposed to be talking. He supposed to be doing this. He supposed to be doing that. I'm
Right.
like, hold on now. Now I gotta, I had to go take him to
Real
the
shit.
hospital, and I had to stand up in that and
Yeah.
get that news, and it just it's a real thing, a real battle, and like you said, it's in every home now. And now it's like, even not if it's not affecting you personally, your cousin, your
Mentally.
auntie, mentally. I mean, even like, let's just say, even with my brother's in the NFL, but he don't have a son yet. But my son has autism. It affects him just like if it was his son,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it affects me so bad. So it's like it it affects the whole family, bro.
Yeah. The
Is what I'm
relationship
trying to
that
say, man.
y'all have
So,
among each other,
mhm,
it ain't do nothing but affect him.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
that's a bond that y'all have. And when he see the bond that y'all have and how much he care for you, that right there is like my son.
You feel me? Yeah.
So yeah, I get it, man. And my son, man, you know, they told me, why he would not go to sleep at time. And then,
Hmm.
and from the time, and the reason why they told me, well, the reason why he don't go to sleep at time, because he fear being alone.
Wow. Wow, that's deep.
He feared being alone.
That's
So
deep, bro.
when he was 1 and 2 years old, my son didn't cry. He really didn't cry. I never understood that.
Yeah.
They said the reason why he don't cry is because in his mind, everything's supposed to be quiet around him. And I was
Wow.
like, really? He didn't, he, for 1 and 2 years old, he didn't cry.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, like, and I would do certain things with him. He would play, he would laugh, he would joke,
Hmm.
all of those types of things, right? I can lay him on his bed, on his pillow, and he would watch TV and not move. He would just right there.
Wow. Wow, bro.
And I never ever seen a baby that didn't want to move.
What cry?
He was one of those babies that did not move. I was like,
Wow, bro.
now, oh, I can do this. I could do that. That was like
Yeah.
the reason why he did that is because in his head he was thinking everything around him needed to be silent, so he didn't do it. Now
Wow, man. That's amazing.
that 10-month-old different, different,
Oh man.
totally,
They
totally.
all be different, right?
Oh man, we ain't even getting sleep right now, and he 10
Wow.
going on 11.
Mm.
But to
You
go back,
got your hands full.
to my 3-year old also too, man. We kept him in the comfort of our arms while we were asleep until he was 2 years old.
Hmm.
And everybody kept saying, y'all need to get him out of there and have his own space.
Yeah.
Me, I was like, I'm the space.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why it took that long.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So when I did transition him into his own, he was waking up before us trying to get out. But matter of fact, he was getting out to get
Hmm.
he was at. I'm like, who, boy, what did you do? Right?
You're right.
My wife was like, oh, you got to go to the other room now.
You're a big boy now.
But even by putting him in the other room, man, it's still a battle. It's late nights. You know, putting him to, it takes him approximately almost 2 hours to wind down to go to sleep.
Yeah, I understand. So what about what time he normally
My wife
go to
started
sleep?
putting him down around like 10 something.
Hmm. So he out about 12
Somewhere. At times,
sometime.
sometimes 12, sometimes 1,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Do
So
he
she
stay
had,
sleep?
huh?
Do he stay asleep through the night?
At first, he wasn't.
Okay.
At first, he wasn't. Recently, he just now, after about, let's say, 3 months, 3 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
he's been sleeping pretty good throughout the night. At one point, he was not.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't know what was happening and why he was doing what he was doing. So now we got to figure out, okay, why he ain't going to
Yeah.
sleep. We would put him in his room and he
Mm-hmm.
would stay there. We would leave out. Hey, we look on the video. He got the
Mm-hmm.
light.
Camera. Yeah.
He is now. He making noise.
Mm-hmm.
His fruit snacks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we had to figure that out. So then
Mm-hmm.
that's when all the speech therapy and all of these things came about, where we had to make some adjustments. So now, when the wife she go in there with him, she put him to sleep and she stay in there with him.
Mm.
Where
Till they
it
go to sleep.
where it eliminates me and my wife. Now my wife is,
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that. So how do you handle that? Like when your
whoo,
wife going all night trying to put the baby to sleep, now you in this big bed by yourself. How was that?
now that's
And be honest, this is a
that's
safe
hard.
space.
That's hard.
It's understandable, brother. I promise it is.
Cause I'm doing this right here. Like, where you at?
Yeah, where you at? And it get
Yeah,
cold in that bed when you by yourself.
you know what I'm saying?
It get cold in there.
And even within that though, we got the 10-month year.
Mm-hmm.
So when one sleep, the other one, chances of him waking up is gonna happen.
Wow.
So around 1 or 2, my wife can still be in the other room with the other. Now she sleep, she out.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
there with her. He's out. 2 o'clock in the morning. Ah, ah, ah. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Now that doesn't even count the fact that, of course, I do personal training. So 4:30 in the morning, I got to get up.
And you're a coach. So that's a lot.
When I tell you, man, there have been months, not days, not weeks, months of just 2 3 hour sleep days.
Wow.
And I'm talking about 2 3 hour sleep days. I'm waking up, a personal training. I got to go coach at Mile College. And I'm talking about I'm driving there an hour and a half there and back.
Wow.
2 3 hours of sleep for months. Every day.
Mm.
Every day.
Wow.
And going back to sleep, we're coming in the house around 8 o'clock at night after being up since 4.
Mm.
Go back, gotta eat. And it was a daily routine. Daily routine.
Wow. Became a habit for you.
Daily routine.
Wow.
And us as men, we know having a family, we just gotta do what it gotta do.
They gotta go. We just go. Like battery pack. Just go.
Gotta go. Energy or no energy, gotta go. Like right now, I'm off for 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But I know what the journey looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I know what the calling looks like. I know if I don't do it, who will?
Mm.
I have to. I have to.
Mm. I commend you, brother. I commend your grind. I commend you staying in the game with your babies, man, because like I always say, man, we very important to the ecosystem. Like we gotta be here. We
Yeah,
gotta take responsibilities of the kids that we make. They don't need to be out here fatherless. So the number one thing about my podcast is just stay in the game. I mean, it's hard as you can. You just heard a man's whole last couple of months. He probably got 6 hours of sleep total. Like it's hard. It's hard, but he's still in the game. And, you know, that's the reason why I want to do this podcast, man. So to wrap things up, man, I want to kind of do a little game I call Stay in the Game Dad Speed Round. Well, just throw some things at you and you tell me what you're thinking right out the gate. Don't think about it, just answer it. All right. All right. The first one, coffee or energy drink?
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay. Your earliest day that your kid woke up. The earliest time of the day that your kid woke up.
1 o'clock in the morning.
What time?
1 o'clock in the morning.
And stayed up?
My son, look, my 3-year-old, the autistic, right? He did not go back to bed one night. My wife went. He was up.
Wow.
He was, and
Ain't no going back to sleep.
We had him to take a nap too early.
The nap too early. Autism dads, you know about that. Can't let him lay down too early.
Man,
all night long.
Yes.
Man.
He was up.
Boy. So next question. Name one word that best describes your kids, your kid with autism personality. One word.
One word to describe his personality.
Yes.
Vocal.
Vocal. That's a good word. That's a good word. I love that. I love that. Okay. What's the go-to move as a dad that you do when things get real intense? Like he might be having a meltdown. He might just be lost. He might be whatever. Things is going crazy right now. What do you do to calm everything down?
Now, this might sound cruel.
Say space. Say space.
Say space, most definitely. I holler within myself.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean about that, I scream out, right? Not necessarily at the child, but I'm like, ah!
Got to get it out.
In my head, I know I cannot attack towards him.
Amen.
Right? Because that right there can come out very scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, you know, because at one point, me not understanding it, at the beginning of not knowing, I will say I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was no understanding there. It was
understandable.
It was no conversation. It was not a conversation. I'm like, you know, why he's doing this or that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But after understanding, after getting the conversation started, I was like, okay, I gotta make some adjustments. And I'd rather do it towards me than do it towards him.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So you made a halftime adjustment. I like that. Yep. I like that. Okay. What's your favorite activity to do with your child?
Oh man, wrestle.
Dope.
Wrestle. Even though he's 3, man, like I play with him. Of course we do things as men, man. It's totally different than how a woman would naturally do it, you know. Mm-hmm. Like I would probably swing him up with both arms. Right. Doing it from that perspective. But it, you know, just fun, man. Just getting him to understand that dad is here, man, regardless of the circumstances.
All right, I got another one for you. Give me one thing you said you would never do, but you do as a father now.
Baby talk.
I gotta hear it. You gotta let me hear a little bit of it.
Man. My son, both my sons have got so many different names, man.
Boo boo. That daddy boo boo. Hey, bro, and why do we always talk to ourselves in third person? Like, man, that daddy baby. No, man. That daddy baby. Oh, you done made daddy happy. Oh
Moo-
man, we got a bunch of those.
they got so many names. Moo Moo. Man, it's just when it happens and it just comes out. Like I was
Yeah.
wife like, what Mookie doing?
The Mookie.
They don't even know what these names come.
Yeah, it just sound lovable, right? All
Like
right, my last one for you, bro. My last one. And I want you to finish the sentence. I stay in the game because.
I'm a father.
Mm, simple and plain.
I'm not just a dad. I'm a father,
Amen.
right?
Amen.
Because the father do what not only what's necessary, but we have a purpose for
Mm,
what's needed,
mm.
and
Woo!
we are needed.
Woo! Say that.
We
Say
are
that, my
needed.
brother.
We are needed.
Fathers are needed.
We are needed, man.
We need it and we appreciate it, man. That's what this podcast is for. Antonio, man, thank you so much for giving me your time, sharing your story, sharing your experiences with your brand new experience with your autistic baby, and then your experience with your daughter. Man, bro, thank you for being open and vulnerable and give me your strength because you are a strong man. I will tell you that. You are a strong man. You stand in the game and you playing good in the game. So me, I appreciate you, man, for coming on and being a light to these fathers in the world. We never know who gonna be tuned in and who watching this and who gonna need that strength from us or from you or whoever. They need it to just keep going, just to get that next play. Because sometimes, it's hard. We understand that it's hard and everybody's not as strong as everybody else. But when you got a community together, a village of men that you can lean on and talk to and build from, I think that's the best we could do for each other under God's green earth. Like that's the best we could do is be there for each other to help and lend a help a ear at least when we're going through things that we're going through. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate every opportunity that you have given from your platform, us reaching out, me knowing who you are, you knowing who I am, man. And what you're doing, man, I know it's phenomenal, man.
Thank you,
It
bro.
needs to have more people like us, men, that's that's having these conversations, that's talking, that's not willing to worry about how somebody think or how they feel, what they
Yeah.
and all of that from that perspective. Because at the end of the day, man, being a father is one of the most rewarding, the most
Mm-hmm.
the most beautiful thing that a man can ever have on this planet Earth. There is
Amen.
no material, there is no gift that can replace that. Nothing,
Amen.
nothing can replace that. Being a phenomenal father, and when
I
we
agree.
show what it is and who we are as people and as a man, as a father, to our child, that child grew up. They know. They know if you was there or not. And not only
Yeah.
that, they know
Can't fake it.
you can't deny it, you can't hide
Amen.
it.
Mm.
So I appreciate what you're doing, man. It's
Yes,
phenomenal.
sir.
Keep doing God's will. Keep doing
I will, my brother. Honor to you for being my first guest on the show, first guest of many. Thank you, my brother, for believing and pushing forward the good fight of staying in the game as an autism dad, man. You're a great representative of the family, bro. So thank you again for having you on, man. Let the people know where they can find you at, man. They want to keep in
Most
contact with you.
definitely, man. On Facebook, you can actually find me at Antonio Starks. On Instagram, Sigma SIGMA man MAN 401. All that is one word along with the number, so it's Sigma Man 401. On Snapchat, different name. Don't take it away. Is Mr. Passion 101. So
Mr.
appreciate
Pash. We'll take that. Hey, man. So y'all follow my boy Antonio, man. Y'all keep up with him on his journey, man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a great one. He got his son got a great dad. So thank you again, brother. Hey, everybody, man. We tune in again. This is Stay in the Game with Loochie. I'm an autism dad, talking to autism dads, and we're gonna change the world, baby.
one day.